Welcome to Sodanonymous. I'm your host, Sodanonymous. Today's episode, we're talking about all the different flavors of Diet Coke. First off, I'm just going to kind of explain how it is I'm doing this. Generally, I only review one soda at a time. Maybe I'll compare one soda to another. But this time, I'm actually going to be reviewing an entire line. These are all the Diet Coke flavors that Coke has released recently. Basically, the way this video is going to be structured is the part one is going to be the initial line of flavors that released last year. And then part two is going to be the flavors that released this year, the two of them. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with the initial run of Diet Coke flavors. So these are the first wave of Diet Coke flavors. You've got your standard Diet Coke here. You've got Diet Coke Feisty Cherry. You've got Diet Coke Ginger Lime, Diet Coke Twisted Mango, and Diet Coke Zesty Blood Orange. So it's kind of an interesting lineup. I've got some that I think are going to be better than others, but we're going to see. If you've seen my Diet Coke review, you would know that I'm not a huge fan of Diet Coke. I don't really like it. It kind of tastes like battery acid to me. I don't really enjoy it. I give it a 3 out of 10 for context. But hopefully some of these will be able to sort of mask that flavor or empower that flavor to be something more towards what I like. So yeah, we're going to see. And let's get started with the first one. One more thing before I start tackling these in depth. I would like to comment that I really like these new can designs. They're pretty interesting. I think they're kind of trendy looking. The stripe logo that I kind of said I wasn't a fan of on the normal chubby cans, I think look a lot better here. I really like all the different colors that they chose. I think it's a really stylish line. I think it's the best line that Coke, visually, that Coke is doing right now. I'm not a big fan of the new one brand design for their zero and regular colas, but the new designs that they're doing on the skinny cans look pretty good. Interesting to note, these skinny cans are not any more or any less than a normal can. Off the top of my head, I would have said it was less, it contains less, but it actually is the exact same amount as your normal standard can. The only negative I would say for these cans is that the cup holder in my car tends to have more trouble with these. But other than that, I think they're pretty stylish looking, and supposedly because of the way bubbles will sort of rise to the top and sort of cling to the surface area of the side walls, this is actually slightly better for retaining carbonation. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've read. And if so, that's interesting. But anyway, first up, I'm going to be reviewing, I got a little cooler down here. I'm going to be reviewing Diet Coke Feisty Cherry. So Feisty Cherry, I should have full disclosure here. All of these are going to be completely blind, both in part one and part two, except for Feisty Cherry. I was in a situation where when I bought all of these at once, I wanted a soda. I just spent a bunch of money on soda, and I figured I would crack one of these open. And I thought, well, I don't really like Diet Coke, so I'm not going to drink the regular Diet Coke. And I thought, you know what wouldn't ruin the video? Just drink the cherry one. And the only reason why I said that was they've had Diet Coke Cherry in the past. Little did I know, this was cherry with a little something extra. They don't just call it Feisty Cherry for nothing. So unfortunately, I've had this before, so it's not going to be completely blind. But I'm sort of going to articulate you know, how the soda tastes and you know, if I like it or not. And then the rest of them are going to be completely first tasting. I have no idea what any of them taste like. So let's crack it open here. This is regular Diet Coke. Just for sort of a baseline, I'm going to be comparing each of these to regular. I know what regular Diet Coke tastes like. If you want a further elaboration on my opinions of Diet Coke and what I think of it, you can watch my Diet Coke review. I'll link that down in the description. But yeah, let's take a sip here. That is Diet Coke. Yeah, it tastes like it always does. The new can design isn't helping or hindering it. It's just Diet Coke. Not a fan, not a fan. But a lot of people are. This is the second most popular soda in the world, the number one most popular diet soda in the world. So let's see if any of these flavors can bring me on board. First, Feisty Cherry. I've got some water here to cleanse my palate. I don't want all these flavors mixing together in my mouth, so I'm going to be drinking from that regularly. Now, I don't really want to spoil what I think about this drink, but I kind of got a strong opinion about it, so let's get into it. First of all, there's a significantly less metallic smell, which I like. My biggest problem with standard Diet Coke, to me, is it tastes like metal. And it tastes like metal no matter what you drink it from. I've had it in a plastic container. I've had it in glass even. And it tastes like metal to me. This smells like a light cherry. It almost smells like a cherry Capri Sun. Which is a nice nostalgic smell for me. Yeah, it's like a nice, cool, but clearly artificial cherry. I'm getting a bit of that lemony smell from the carbonation that's standard in Coke that I usually pick out. But otherwise, that standard like metallic smell, pretty much gone. So let's go ahead and have a taste here. There it is. All right. So I'm going to spill the beans here. I am absolutely addicted to this soda. It's very unique in pretty much any soda that I've had. I can see how it would be a love it or hate it sort of thing. Specifically because the Feisty, in Feisty Cherry, it's almost like they're hiding it. They don't want to mention it. But this is cherry with a little bit of chili spice in here, which sounds weird, I know, but it's actually a really unique and I would say, like I said, addicting, kind of enjoyable experience. It's not like blow your face off spicy. It's just a little bit of spice underneath. The only like negative aspect that I'm getting from it is sometimes the spice gets carried along by the carbonation, and if the carbonation makes its way to your sinuses, your nose, you're gonna start sneezing, and you're gonna be like, ooh, I don't want that. So yeah, this soda, I like it. But I know it's not going to be for everybody. You can feel the burn in your esophagus. You can feel it going down. So it's not like just a semblance of spice. This is substantially spicy, and I think it's a really brave move by Coke to make it sort of a spicy beverage, especially with cherry, which is going to be the first thing everyone tries because cherry is normal to mix with Coke. So yeah, that's why I grabbed it, because I assumed Feisty Cherry would just be cherry, but instead it's cherry with a peppery spice. All right, let me try to articulate the flavor more specifically here. It's a strong initial bite. None of the metallic taste. The cherry sort of comes, the initial hit is just sort of like a sweet, bubbly water, basically. It doesn't taste like seltzer or anything, but it's just like sugar water. But right as you're swallowing it, you get a hint of that cherry. And the cherry is not powerful. It's not a powerful cherry. It's a mild cherry. As I said before, it sort of tastes like cherry-flavored Capri Sun, if you remember what that tastes like. It's not a natural cherry. It's just sort of like a lingering hint of cherry. And it's not super sweet. It's not like a dark cherry either. It's just like a cherry extract. Almost like if somebody said, oh, you've got like little drops you can put in water and it's going to make it taste like cherry. And they only dropped a few drops. So it's just like a subtle afternote of cherry. So it's not overwhelming. But the cola taste is also not very strong either, which is to be expected of Diet Coke. It's kind of a weaker Coke taste. The predominant factor is the metallic flavor. So because they've removed that metallic flavor, what you're left with is a sweet with just like echoes of Coke spice, but it's really not much. And then the predominant flavor is that spicy. Right after you drink it, your tongue is treated to a very subtle, but definitely noticeable amount of chili spice. Your mouth, my mouth is hot right now. It remains a little bit of spice on my tongue. And like I said, initially, I didn't like it. I drank a sip and I was like, that's weird. I don't know if I like this. And I remember feeling it in my stomach and going, oh, that's kind of strange. But about halfway through my first can, I said, yo, these are pretty cool. Now, I don't know if I could drink a whole bunch of these. Like I could drink Coke all day, really. 3 or 4 at a time if I really want to. This, it begins to be a little bit of a hassle when you get to the bottom of it. Just because it does kind of leave a burn in your mouth, and that kind of takes its toll. So I don't think this is going to be for everybody. I would say buy one. Just buy one, give it a shot. And you're either going to be like me, where that extra spice like just keeps you coming for more. You know how people get addicted to spicy food. It's just, if you're a big spice head, like I like really spicy things. And this isn't extremely spicy, but I enjoy the sensation of the burn on your tongue. And it's like, logically, it doesn't make sense. It's like you cause a little bit of pain in your mouth. But it's just something that you just get into and you want more. And I think this taps into that for me. The flavor is really kind of mellow, aside from the spice. So you're not going to get, some big revelation. They're adding a bunch of cherry and that's all of a sudden going to make it taste like not a diet soda. This tastes like a diet soda. But like I said, it's the experience of the spice that makes me excited about this drink. I hope it stays around. I don't know how many people are going to like this like I do. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and give this that's a 7. Which is extremely impressive for Diet Coke. Like I said before, original Diet Coke to me is a 3. It's not good. I don't like it. It tastes like metal. I don't enjoy it. I think this is a much better diet soda. I like the gimmick. If you don't like the gimmick, if you don't like spicy, if you don't like the bite, you're not going to like this. You're probably going to think it's terrible because it is extremely perceptible. It's definitely there. So I know they sell this one individually because it's popular enough. The only other one that's popular enough that they sell individually that I've seen at gas stations is the ginger lime, which is going to be the one I try next. Yeah, pick yourself up one, give it a try. Even if you're not a Diet Coke fan, you're not a diet soda fan, give one a shot, especially if you like spicy things. Who knows, you might find your next addiction. The only reason it's not higher is because the 7 pretty much comes from its primary gimmick. If it wasn't spicy, it wouldn't be anything special. It'd probably be a 5. It tastes fine, but it's not great. And the only reason it's not higher is, like I said, I can't drink this all day. It kind of leaves me with a little bit of burn afterwards, in my esophagus and stomach. And it's like I felt like if I drank more of this, I would get sick. So yeah, that's Feisty Cherry. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, we got Ginger Lime here, and this is going to be my first time trying it. Right off the bat, instinctually, I think Ginger Lime makes the most sense for Diet Coke. Diet Coke is a little bit more of a bittery, sort of like a adulty type drink. So lime to me just like is a no-brainer for Diet Coke. Ginger, I'm not so sure about. If it's just like a little bit of a kick, I think it'll be good. If it's an extreme amount of ginger, especially if it's like naturalistic ginger and not like ginger ale ginger, I think that would be bad. So yeah, this is going to be a blind tasting. I'm going to try this ginger lime for the first time. Let's pop her open. All right. First, the baseline. Yep. Well, that makes me happy. All right, so this is a really strong lime smell. I've got a little bit of that Diet Coke smell, more so than the Feisty Cherry, but it's almost like smelling a lime. That's almost completely lime. So that makes me happy. Let's give this a shot. Huh. All right, let me take this in here. I think I like it. It's the ginger that's throwing me off because on first hit, the lime is really strong. And I love lime. I thought this was going to be a little bit more of like Diet Coke with a hint of lime, which is what I was expecting and what I kind of wanted. Instead, I'm getting almost like a limeade flavor, like strong lime, with a little bit of weirdness underneath. And I'm trying to pick apart the weirdness, see what part of it's Diet Coke, see what part of it's ginger, how well do I think it mixes together, or whatnot. So let me kind of feel this out here. I think I like this one too. Yeah, this is really good. Okay, so as I said before, the lime flavor is the predominant note. It's not sour. It kind of tastes like a lime, like putting a lime in like a rum and coke. I've not really put a lime in a Coke and then not put rum in it. This obviously doesn't have alcohol, so it's not going to have that aspect to it. But it's bringing that back. It doesn't really taste like Coke. It kind of has that like bittery taste, but the lime really complements the bittery taste of Diet Coke well. as I suspected it would. It works very well. The primary flavor is the lime. You hit the lime first, and then as the drink dissipates in your mouth, you're hit with that strange ginger sensation. And the ginger sort of tricks you into thinking it's lemon, and then it like retracts back and you get that full gingery flavor. It's not a spicy ginger, so it's not like natural ginger, but it tastes like ginger sauce that you would get at like a hibachi restaurant. I like it. Yeah, it's not a combo that like I would put together in my head. But I think the part of the flavor of the ginger works really well with the lime. They both kind of have that like citrusy bite. And then the ginger is complex enough to sort of shift as the drink after becomes an aftertaste to this pretty pleasant experience. I'd say it's a little bit less sweet tasting than Feisty Cherry and regular Diet Coke. It's a little bit less sickly too. So I think this one would be more suited towards older people who tend to get a lot of mixed drinks with lime, people who sort of like limeade or lime-style sodas. It definitely tastes like a Diet Coke, so it's got that more bittery adult drink taste. But yeah, this is a lot better than regular Diet Coke. This is pretty good. I'm shocked so far that there's a 2 for 2. It's not blowing my socks off or anything, so I'm going to give that an 8. I think I like the flavor better than Feisty Cherry. It doesn't quite have that same spice, that's keeping me addicted to it, coming back to it. But that's kind of just a gimmick. And because of that, I could probably drink this more regularly and enjoy it. Whereas with the Feisty Cherry, I really can't guzzle that down too much. Yeah, I would recommend this to anybody who prefers that sort of mixed drink, older taste, is looking for a good lime-flavored diet drink. And if you're not a big fan of ginger, I myself am not a huge fan of ginger. It's pretty good in here. It's not super overpowering, super strong as ginger tends to be. It's just a nice little afternote. It's good. I like this. So that's an 8. Next up, I'm going to be doing Twisted Mango. So let's get started on that. Twisted Mango. All right. Well, I'm not sure how this is going to taste. It's kind of an odd, nifty combo. I could see like mango regular Coke. Sounds like a good idea to me. I really like the taste of mangoes. It's one of my favorite fruits, if they're fresh, if they're good. But mango Diet Coke, that's pretty bizarre. So let's give it a shot here. Let's first crack it open. I'm going to see how this goes. First base. Okay. Ooh. Well, I'd say this one smells the most like regular Diet Coke. So I'm definitely getting that metallic flavor, but that's a pretty strong mango scent. And it smells like real mangoes, so that's really exciting. All right, let's give it a taste here. Blind tasting. All right, so this kind of tastes like an energy drink. Whether that's a good or a bad thing is up to you. To me, it reminds me of I forget the exact name of the flavor, but it's the yellow version of the new Mountain Dew Game Fuel energy drink. It's got a little bit less of like a kick in the flavor at the end that energy drinks tend to do, but the initial like main flavor tastes kind of like this. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's great. I'd say the biggest problem is I wish it was a little bit stronger, a little bit sweeter. I think in a regular soda, like a regular Coke, this could taste really, really good. In Diet Coke, it's kind of just... It's all right. If you're a big fan of mango and you're looking for a diet soda, maybe give this a try. It kind of completely masks the Diet Coke taste, which I think is the greatest success of all of these so far, is just, I don't like Diet Coke. Doesn't taste like Diet Coke. It tastes like flavors. And I think that's just because the main flavor of Diet Coke is so weak that any flavors that jump in just completely mask it. So, you can make it taste like pretty much anything with a little bit of sugar taste and bubbles. So, yeah, it's got that... It's got that kind of artificial mango taste that I would more associate with like mango flavored energy drinks. It doesn't really taste like a candied mango or like a mango candy. It doesn't taste like normal mangoes either, because a normal mango is a much like sweeter, deep flavor. So it's kind of interesting that a soda version of a fruit is less sweet than the actual fruit, but it's not. It's nowhere near as sweet as a normal mango. Yeah, it's all right. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm vaguely positive on it, so I'm going to give it a 6. It outskirts a 5 of just dead average, dead, no opinion. But I'm not over the moon about this. But like I said, if you like mango a lot, give these a shot. It definitely tastes like a light mango soda. If you're looking for mango with cola, you're not going to get it here. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Twisted Mango. Next up, I'm going to do Zesty Blood Orange. Last on the lineup for the first wave, we've got Diet Coke Zesty Blood Orange. I'm interested in this. I just recently had, just recently came out the Orange Vanilla Coke, and I enjoyed that. I think orange could be a good flavor to go with Diet Coke. I'm interested if this is going to be a more citrusy orange, like a sour orange, or if it's going to be more of a sweet orange. So yeah, I'm curious. Let's pop this open real quick. I wonder if it's going to be the same orange that I detected on the orange vanilla, or if it's going to be a completely different kind of orange. I don't know if blood oranges taste different than regular oranges. I don't think I've ever had a blood orange, so I'm not quite sure about that. But let's give it a sniff here. Yeah, that's. I think that's probably the same orange that they used. It has that more natural smelling orange smell. Well, it's almost got like a Sunny D kind of smell. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Yeah, it's kind of got like a natural initial hit of the smell, but then it dissipates into this weird, sweet, medley. Like I said, the best example I can give is Sunny D, which is far from anything natural. Now, I like Sunny D, so if this tastes like Sunny D, that's great. But it's weird to think that there's a Coke product that smells like Sunny D. But anyway, let's give it a taste here. Diet Coke, Zesty Blood Orange, first time, giving it a shot. Huh. Yeah, my initial impression is not good for this one. Ooh. Yeah, no. Let me try to pick this apart to see what it is that's bothering me about this. It is a really strange flavor. It's not what I expected. All right, so it's like, it's a lot more sickly sweet than I was expecting. For orange, I want kind of more of that citrusy flavor. They generally lack the sour that you'd get off of like a lemon or a lime or grapefruit or something like that. So they tend to be a little bit more sweet than most citruses, but it's not going to be like super sweet. And the weird thing is this. It's got kind of like a candy Sunny D taste, but it's not good Sunny D. It's like Sunny D if you put a lot of water in it and just watered it down. Yeah, this is a really bizarre flavor. The question is this bizarre flavor worse than regular Diet Coke? Let's figure that out. Okay. Yeah, this is bad. It doesn't taste like orange to me. It's got like a vague, I don't know, just like a weird, like Tampico, like weird mix of all kinds of fruits, and it's not good. It tastes like a really bad, watered down, super sweet punch. I don't think somebody looking for an orange flavored soda is going to enjoy this. I don't know if there's anybody I could recommend this to. Maybe if you are looking for like a bitter, I don't know who would be looking for this, but it's like a bitter fruit punch. It's really, not very good. And it lingers. It's very strong. I think it's the strongest one. And that just might be because I don't like it. But it's like, it stays in your mouth. And yeah, I'm not enjoying that. I'm going to go ahead and give that a little soul search. I'm going to give that a 2. I think that's even closer than Diet Coke with Splenda to a 1. It is swallowable, which is the only reason it's not a 1. That's reserved for the outright absolute disgusting. But that's bad. I don't like it. So I'm going to give that a 2. I'm not a fan of this. Anyway, let's bring out the everything that I've tried so far, and we'll sort of recap the ranks real quick. So number 1 is going to be ginger lime. I think that's the best. I hope this actually sticks around. I like it, and I don't even like it just because it has a gimmick like Feisty Cherry. I just genuinely like this flavor. Lime has always made sense for me for Diet Coke. So I hope this sticks around because I'll actually buy a Diet Coke product. I want to put alcohol in that. I want to drink that on occasion. This is good. And next up is my latest addiction, Feisty Cherry. And Feisty Cherry, it's all right. It's got a pretty decent flavor. It's not offensive or anything like that, like normal Diet Coke is to me. But really, what sells it, it makes it a showstopper, is that chili kick. And I'm going to be drinking it for a while. I don't know how popular this is going to be, so I don't know if it's going to last for very long. I actually doubt it, just because of how odd the experience is. But for a unique soda experience, I like this. Then we've got Twisted Mango. It's all right. It's not blowing my socks off. I don't really enjoy it. I wish it was stronger. I wish it was sweeter. But unoffensive, it's okay. It's Twisted Mango. Next up is your standard Diet Coke. It's metallic, it's icky, it's gross, but people love it. So that's Diet Coke. It's been a part of my life for a long time. Not a fan, but there it is. And then last, and certainly least, Zesty Blood Orange. They figured out a way to make Diet Coke, which I would say it tastes like battery acid, taste even worse. This is just some terrible concoction of just all sorts of different flavors masquerading as orange, and I really, really don't like this soda. Sickly sweet, gross. So these are the rankings. What do you guys think? Have you tried them? Do you have specific ones that you like more than the other? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. And look forward to part 2, where I try the 2 new ones. I believe it's strawberry guava and blueberry acai, and I'm really excited about that. So stay tuned for those. But yeah, this is Sodanonymous signing off, and I hope you have a good day. I'll see you next time.